Now, eThekwini Municipality Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda will be visiting various areas that were affected by the recent floods to assess progress made by the Durban Metro. The mayor will also hand over groceries to 5 shelters for displaced people in Molweni in Ward 9. This is one of the areas that was hardest hit by the floods, with road, electricity and water infrastructure being washed away. SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe gives us an update.
Ridge power station. This power station was basically burnt down during the flooding in KwaZulu-Natal. Next to me is the mayor of eThekwini, Mxolisi Kaunda, who will briefly tell us about the progress in restoring electricity in this area. But Mayor, thank you very much for your time. Briefly about this power station. It was badly affected during the flooding, and later on it was burnt down. What is the way forward for now?
Yes, during the flooding, this power station in Maran Ridge was severely damaged, and today we've been able, last week, to restore power, or 2 weeks ago, to restore power to areas which are affected: Yonagin, Maran Ridge area, Dazenhoek, Chelimnyama, Clarowater, Santi, and all the surrounding western areas which were severely affected because people have been living without power. So we wish to commend our teams for the mitigation which they've put in place to ensure that, as you have seen, the power station is still damaged, but we were able to put temporal interventions so that we can restore power whilst we are still fixing. The transformers that are here, there are 4 in total, but only 2 that are operational, and those 2, they are one-sided, so we'll need to remove 1 transformer from the other section to this section so that we can be able to restore the operations as normal as we have done. So now what we need to be doing is to appeal to committee members that let us work together. Now the problem has been solved, but there is another challenge. That challenge is presented by people who steal our copper. Because when they do that, they will also affect these very same committees which have been remaining without power for such a long period. So now it is important that communities, CPFs, police, working with all stakeholders, we are able to protect our own assets. These assets here is not the municipality, just municipality asset. Who constitute the municipality is community, is us as councillors, is businesses, is all stakeholders that constitute the municipality of eThekwini. So therefore, once this is damaged, once coppers and cables are stolen, so it affects the very same community. So we want to appeal to those who steal our own assets that this is not the time to cause further damages. We have fixed things, we have restored services, so now all what is important is to make sure that people remain with power.
But Mayor, someone will ask the financial implications of restoring electricity and also buying new transformers in this station.
Yeah, it's huge resources that are required. For the power station alone, we need about 45 million rands to fix this. But on the side of the transformers, they are estimating up to 60 million rands. So some of the funding will be sourced from the insurances because these assets are insured. So wherever there are shortages, then the municipality will have to come in and deal with that deficit.
We understand that, but Mayor, some parts of is it inner west of eThekwini still don't have, some areas don't have electricity. What will you say to those residents that are still complaining that they don't have electricity, especially in the areas of KwaZulu-Natal, Chelimnyama?
We will be sending our teams because if you look at what we have done here, they're supposed to be accessing power by now. So that means there are other technical challenges that the teams must go and assess and look at the interventions, the best interventions that must be done. But we appeal to committees not to barricade the roads because we also affect the livelihood by so doing. But all what we are saying, those areas which we have been given that they still have challenges, we'll be attending to them, and our teams will go and fix whatever challenge that they are faced with. It is difficult to live without power, we understand that, but as well, as much as we acknowledge that, but a distraction to our own lives and livelihoods is not going to be paying us good fruits and good benefits.
Thank you very much, Mayor, for your time.
Thank you.
There was the Mayor of eThekwini, Mxolisi Kaunda, briefing us about the power station that was damaged during the flooding, and it was also banned. But so far, this power station is able to use 2 transformers basically to service the areas around Pinetown, Marine Hill, Marine Ridge, also the Kloof areas of eThekwini.